gals, friends of YouTube, love to fly helis. This is just a little short video for my friend Derek. Derek builds all of his planes out of foam board and stuff, and he's building a pretty good size. I think he told me it's 60, 90 size maybe, a 3D plane. And he ordered a tail wheel like this with the springs, and it didn't come with any instructions. He doesn't have any idea how it mounts, so I'm going to show him how to mount this wheel. I like these wheels really well. I use them on almost all my 60 size up. They're originally what they're designed for. All the giant scale planes you'll see that have these, and the reason for it, you got a 40 size plane, it weighs what, 6-7 pounds. You got a 30cc or a 50cc can weigh up to close to 20 pounds. Well, that heavy plane, if you come in, say you come in on kind of a hot landing and you ground loop it, spin the tail around, well, the pressure of that on this weight is going to break that tail wheel off. This is designed so it'll turn with the rudder, but it'll also, in a ground loop, it will swivel and keep from breaking your wheel off. So the pressure will pull that around and let it roll without it breaking it off. And that's the purpose for these springs and stuff on this like this. And it's a very good setup. It's really easy to put on. Derek, you sent me a picture of one that basically looks just like this. The only thing I was curious about, if I'm not mistaken, I think you said in your email that one spring was stronger than the other. That doesn't make sense. They should be the same tension. And let me get something here. The hardware stores, Ace Hardware, probably Lowe's, Home Depot, Harbor Freight probably have them. I got this box at Harbor Freight, and it's a sorted box of springs. I want to say it was $8 or $10, but I mean there's every kind of spring under the sun in there. If your springs is way weaker than the other, and you can't find any there locally, let me know, and I will send you a couple out of this box, because trust me, I'm not going to use those in 100 years. But anyway, springs should be equal. You don't want them real strong. I mean, you want enough tension to keep your wheel, pretty snug, but not just really tight. Anyway, your main wheel bracket should have a little T sticking out on it back here by the wheel itself. And on your foam board plane that you're building, I had to do the same thing on that. This plane was not designed for this kind of wheel. So what I had to do, I don't know if you can see the discolored covering right there, but I had to cut a hole here, and I had to go in there and epoxy in a block of hardwood into the balsa frame of this to bolt this to. So you're going to have to do the same thing on your foam board plane. You're going to have to bolt or glue in a big block of, not a big block, but a heavy enough to bolt these two screws in of some kind of hardwood inside there. Also, you're going to have to, inside your rudder itself, you're going to have to go in and put a block of wood right there to bolt this T to. Okay, your wheel bolts to the tail end of the plane. The bend should start bending up, well, down. I've got this upside down, so bend down toward the ground, just almost at the joint of your rudder. And anyway, then the other T part that comes with it, maybe you can see this in the camera. You can see this big T. It faces toward the front of the fuselage. The T part does. And anyway, it bolts to your tail itself, to the rudder itself. So just bolt that, and you can move it back and forth however you need to. So you can put your springs on there and kind of slide it to where you want it to put good tension on them, and then drill your holes. And I put epoxy under it and screwed them into the block of wood to be sure it holds. Then and you can take these springs off to bolt it, but you can put them on there to slide it to where you want the tension, and then mark your holes. And do that before you put the tail wheel on. That way you can get to the holes in the T. Well, I mean, you can put this on temporary to do that, but then you're going to want to take this back off to bolt that on. But anyway, that's how it goes, buddy. The little T part faces toward the front of the fuselage. Once you get that all bolted in, and if you do epoxy it or anything, let that dry good, and then just take a little pair of needle nose and hook your spring loops through the ends of the holes in this, and you know, put Loctite on your wheel collars, and there you go. You got it. That's how it works. I think you'll be real happy with it. And if you have any more questions, Derek, you know, give me a holler, man. You can call me or whatever, and we'll get you straightened out. But I hope this should show you, you know, pretty much what you need to know on it, and why these are designed like that. You made a good choice, by the way, by getting that kind of a tail wheel for the size of plane you're building. If you had just a solid wire one that mounted, chances are good if you ground looped or anything, you're going to break it off. So I've never broken one of these off. All the flying I've done in 9 years, I've never broken one off. I have broke the little solid wire ones off on smaller planes. The only thing I ever had on one of these, I had one of my wheel collars came off and I lost my wheel. That, you know, that's an easy fix. Put another one in there. So, all right, buddy. I hope this helps, and I can't wait to see your finished product on this plane you're building. I know you've sent me a few pictures of it along the way. Anxious to see it in the air, and love watching you build them. It's awesome. And if you need any more help, just give me a holler. And the rest of you guys, thanks for watching. Hope maybe this helped somebody else out that had a question. And if anybody has any questions, if I can answer them, I'll be happy to. If I can't, I'll point you in the direction of somebody that can. You know, I know a lot of people on YouTube that do a lot of informational videos and stuff, and there's things I don't know. But I know good people that do, and I can point you to their website, or not website, but their YouTube channel, and get in touch with them. So anyway, all right, guys, see you on the tube. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.